In 1975, Charles Bronson starred in Breakheart Pass, which was directed by Tom Grease, who is the director of the little-known film Will Penny. It was also based on a book written by Alistair Maclean. Now, this is a Western, I guess, during the time post-Civil War. It's about some troops on a train trying to deliver some medicine to some troops in an actual fort that are very sick. Now, the movie is also starring Jill Ireland, which is the wife of Bronson, and also co-starring Richard Crenna of Rambo fame, and also Ed Lauter of The Longest Yard, and also one of the Death Wish films. Now, the movie also has an appearance by Joe Kapp, who was a quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings in the 70s, and also starring Archie Moore, who was probably the greatest light heavyweight champion of all time. Now, this movie here is it's a mystery film on a train, and it does have a lot of action at the very end of the movie. Now, the movie is very atmospheric, as in we get to see the train, we get to see the scenery around the actual area that they're in, and we also get a lot of close-ups of Bronson. Now, the film is somewhat slow, and this DVD here, or the Blu-ray, is produced by Kino Lorber, which usually makes some very good discs. Now, the Blu-ray quality is very good, but the film or the actual disc has no special features, not even a theatrical trailer, in the actual disc. So the book itself, which I also have read, is actually a very good book. Now, this book here is very much a mystery book. It's kind of like an Agatha Christie book. It actually has a lot of characters, which is kind of hard to follow. But I guess in our generation, or current generation, which is the 2017, 2018, is that people have a shorter attention span than they used to have. So, but at the time, if you really put your mind to it and you really read this book and pay attention, it's actually a very, very good book. And this book was published in 1974, so shortly after they actually had the rights to make it a movie in 1975, because that's how successful the book was, and that's how, I guess, the producers thought that they could actually make a movie based on this book. So, what can I say? The book is actually very good. The movie, not so much. It is one of the weaker Bronson movies that was made in the 70s. This is post-Death Wish, so it was as he was trying to release a lot of movies during his fame, so he can cash in on his, his stardom, which he achieved in his early 40s, because Bronson had been famous or was known since the 30s, but it wasn't really until The Dirty Dozen that he really became famous in his 40s. So this movie was done actually when he was in his 50s, which was after Death Wish, which is very late in an actor's career. So if you get a chance, I'd rent it if I were you, or get it from the library. The book, definitely try to read, because it's actually a very good book. Somewhat slow at times, but again, it's a mystery book. So not just a Western, but it's a mystery book. So that's a review for Breakheart Pass, starring Charles Bronson.